There we go. You should be able to hear me now, I think. Um, yeah. So, do I have this thing installed? There's a game I keep installed off and on. Um, Easy Red 2. So the thing is, like, there's a lot of games I want to play that are multiplayer. That seem cool. Also, good morning. Um, there's a lot of games I want to play that are multiplayer, but I don't have the time or the patience for it. Like, let me switch this around. I'm not really using the keyboard right now. So, because I'm working so much, I just don't really feel like when I come home from work, like I might, think like, man, I want to hop on a Call of Duty game, but at the same time, like the second I have to hop on and play with people, that's their main thing they do. It's not super fun because I have to try extra hard and like I just want to chill. So there's games like this Brass Brigade, which is designed to feel like a World War II multiplayer game, but you just play against bots. There's another game, Easy Red 2, base game crazy. This game right here, right? So this game is similar. It's like a World War II. It's more realistic, but it has these huge scale AI battles. But the reason I have problems with this is because like I can't see the enemies most of the time. Let me see if I can see anything in the community hub. Like it's a really cool idea for a game. I every now and then when I mess around with them, like, this is fun. But what happens is stupid. What happens is you just like the rounds are too long, or like say if it's like a thing where you have to capture, like you'll have a situation like this from Neil Riga. Funny. Um, you'll have a situation like this where you're trying to take over a flag and it's the last flag on the map, and your team is just constantly dying. The other team is like pressing in, or they keep recapturing the flags, so just kind of gets stuck in a stalemate. Um, and I don't know how to deal with that because you're not playing against people, so it doesn't necessarily feel like you can outsmart them. Um, there's a lot of like this, but this is probably more, realistic to what the actual situation was, but it's just kind of like hard to get anything done. And after, if I'm saying like, I want to play a match, maybe I want the match to be 20 minutes. The match ends up being 20 minutes. You get to the last capture point, and then the last capture point takes you like 30 to 40 minutes. Like, man, it sucks. So I think the solution might be maybe to play with another person. I don't know. All the servers online are um, usually PvP, which is weird because when you see all these videos of people doing stuff, it's mostly PvE, like just the person versus the computer, or like a group of like people playing co-op. But anyway, it's this game. So for some reason, I didn't get it, but during the Steam sale, this showed up. I think it's just called Vietnam War. I didn't buy it right there, and this looks like a slightly more modern version of Easy Red. But I was almost thinking, like, yeah, it's the Vietnam War, and that's like more jungle warfare, which is even harder to see people. But I was thinking because the colors are so bright and, like it looks like this, it might actually be easier to play. That interface is a hot mess, but that's actually the appeal of both games to me is like the fact that they're doing all of these things like, oh, you can do anything. Um, which you can, but it doesn't mean anything is good. But at the same time, seeing dumb stuff happen is what makes those games like cool. It's the jank, as they say. Um, this is $15, and like I don't know, just don't know. It's got positive reviews too, but I don't know. Maybe one of these days I'll get this. Does it even have a list of? Well, it wouldn't matter if it has a list of maps. Yeah, they said something about like you'll be doing like a firefight, and like all of a sudden you'll just see like a goose fly through the air, and all hell breaks out. Or like the AI detects one unit, so they just firebomb that entire area just on instinct. Um, yeah, but yeah. So this is on my wish list right now. What's funny though is that this right here, Rising Storm 2 Vietnam. So Rising Storm, man, Rising Storm. This was a spinoff of Red Orchestra, which was like one of the first third-party games on Steam. It was a mod for Unreal Tournament 2003, I think, 2004. Um, sorry, I'm sorry. It was a mod for Unreal Tournament 2003, 2004, whatever. It ended up being a standalone game. It's a World War II like multiplayer. It was way more realistic back then, in like 2004 or 2005. Um, Rising Storm. So they made a Red Orchestra 2, and they made expansion slash mod slash sequel, which was called Rising Storm, and that was like people were making custom maps, but it was just all the Pacific Theater, like U.S. versus Japan type stuff. Um, and I remember the day that game came out, hopping online, and, like it was super fun. But the problem is like they would give you certain things that you could do because it's supposed to be realistic, I guess, just to kind of like boost your morale. So like what would happen is like you're sitting there, maybe you're defending like a bunker or something like that. It's like a U.S. soldier, and the match starts off, and that the Japanese people are in the trees. The people playing the Japanese team are in the trees or whatever. They're just coming in from the distance, and they all approach from one side, and they could sit there and scream. There's a button that you could press to scream, and they would just start yelling "bonsai," and they would come at you, and they would have their damn. They'd shoot a couple of rounds. They would have their bayonets and their guns, and they would just rush straight at you. It was crazy, but that also led to a lot of weird racist stuff. So Rising Storm 2 takes place in Vietnam. But this is also, again, this is more realistic. So, but the game had bots in it. Like, you see, and the thing about realistic games, especially especially Red Orchestra and Rising Storm, is that just like Easy Red, it's sometimes hard to see anything or to make out what you're looking at. Like these games were notorious back when they came out for people accidentally team killing, just because nobody knew what was going on. They couldn't tell. But anyway, it's a possibility because that's way cheaper. Anyway, let's go. Let's go find a thing to play. I was thinking about getting the first Citadel if I can find that for cheap. I missed out during the Steam sale because I wasn't sure. But when you turn this game on, it feels like I should be playing the first one first. Just so I want to play this. Like I want to play the other one, and it has less features. Whatever. Whatever. Dragon's Lair. I wish I sucked less of this game, but I also don't have the patience for it. Like I always feel like I played way more of this than I have. Huh. I have better luck with Night Trap, but I'm terrible at both games. So. Yeah. I don't think I turned this game on. I didn't. Let's check out Funny Raccoon Game. I bought this at the same time as it was the game called Mr. Sleepyhead or something. Mr. Sleepy, I don't know. The game where the guy's asleep and he's got that weird giant thing talking to him. It's a super cute game, but I could also imagine it being like messed up. Like I think they tell you just because you're just dreaming just to ruin everybody's life. Cranky Company. I've got Bomberman too. These are their names. some C64 stuff on here. The fact that this just gives you that high-pitched whine. I remember I was working at a construction site and I had asked the foreman, I was like, yo, do you have any earplugs? Like, oh no, we just ran out, and everybody that was there had them. I only worked there for like, it was like 2 or 3 nights. It was literally like, I had worked for that company before, and this guy was like, oh, I work for the company around the corner. This guy was like, oh, why don't you come over here? It's way better. Like, it's way less like things. Safety standards, but like OSHA would shut this place down. Anyway, I'm there, and they don't have any. There's no earplugs. They didn't have any like gloves, like in terms of like harnesses or whatever. Like they didn't have any of that stuff for anybody. So you just had to either bring it or just work without it. Yo, the idea that you would just have people out here working without it. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow, that's weird. Oh, it's just that this is how you would design your first game. Sweet. Send that to somebody. Like a funny raccoon game. Maybe. Cool. Let's continue. What is that? Oh, it's kicking me out. I see. What is happening? Consumerism. Wow. It says woke agenda. Press Q for woke agenda. Q. I have no clue how we get up here to tell you. Ah, that's so stupid. Weird game. So fucking 16 gamers. Sure. How was that all about? Sunday. I don't think we're gonna have any Sundays. I don't know. We might. 607. It's not too bad.
You got it.
Amazing. Game is too many weird games. I bought this because it was there's another game I was interested in. Like, this was part of the bundle. The price wasn't that bad, so we're gonna might as well go for it. It was weird. Oh, this is PC. Yeah, yeah. I was trying to get out of there. I think I told you yesterday I was gonna leave like around when you left, and I talked myself into staying like an hour later. And then when I was about to go again, they were like, "Oh man, you should stay." I was like, stayed all day. I think I stayed later than they did. How the hell do I get in here? It says push, but I don't know how to push. Oh. Oh, press the button. Okay. I like how that crouch thing is somebody just took a picture and just squished it down. Ooh. What is happening? There's some other game that came out that had something like this too, where it was just like you would play and then you'd be like, oh, I'm about to fall, and all of a sudden you wouldn't. Drink water. Sure. Yeah. Well, this is too weird for right now. You're like, oh man, hey, go ahead, because they were like, oh, we already know we're short staffed. Who's gonna do this and this and this? It's like, man, you guys aren't short staffed. You guys have more people than we usually have on weekdays right now. Like, if things were normal, they would be, but we have about the same number of people between both shifts, and then like they wanted me to, they wanted me to do all their end of day stuff for them. So, which I ended up doing like a third of it. Yeah. It was one of those things where I think Andrew had asked, like, "Oh, did you do this?" And they're like, "Jason's doing it." So he asked somebody else, "Are you doing it?" Like, "Oh, Jason's gonna do that." I was like, "Oh, well, whatever." So as long as they know what they're doing. Hotline Miami. Oh, that's right. It's two separate games on here. This is all the stuff I got on PC. I got way more, but this is what's installed in this little handheld thing I bring with me. So handheld. The thing is like the size of my fucking forearm, but still. Got all that, and I got this stuff here. This is where the good stuff is to me. I need to put this on there. This is a game I had worked on with somebody else. Just it's a long story. I'll explain it sometime. Inbox. See, I gotta get this thing fully set up. It's partially set up. This has got all my like Nintendo, Super Nintendo stuff, whatever. But it's not. It's like I think when I get to like PS1 or maybe Saturn or something like that, some of the games don't work because I gotta reset everything up. I just kind of did it like real quick, and then I switched some stuff around and forgot to adjust it. I'm trying to figure out what the next big game we should start is. When I got home yesterday, I was like, man, I don't have Resident Evil to look forward to. I've got I just finished Requiem, which is the most recent one. So it's weird. Why is it squished? Let's go with Nintendo real quick. I'm gonna have to go in here and check the settings because something is off. Oh, I think I know exactly what it is. I think it's when I had to unplug this thing and then plug it back in real quick to get it to show up on the screen. And I think when I did that, I think it like made it so like the resolution's jacked up. It's like it's designed to run on the screen, but it doesn't fit my monitor right now. Harlem Globetrotters. This game's coming back out, I think. This is not a good game. This is a bad game. That game and Magic Johnson had a really bad Nintendo game too. They got me. They got me. This game is a classic. When I was little, before I could like read, I recognized the covers for games, but I didn't know what they were called. And like I wanted to play this game so bad. Like this is the game I want. I'd ask people like, hey, what's the name of that hockey game for Nintendo? like a Blades of Steel. I'm like, no, it's a game. It's just like a hockey game. I don't know. And like, couldn't figure out how to explain it because the thing is, like, if you don't know, if you play this and you play Blades of Steel, they're similar, but they're not. They're not the same. URS. Soviet Union. So the deal is, this is Nintendo Hockey. You got 3 types of players. You can choose whatever in each position. So you can switch this to whatever. So you have. I'll do this. So you have the skinny guy. You got the average guy, and you got like the fat guy. So the fat guy right here, he skates slower, but I think he has more power, and he also can like check people like really, really, really good. The normal person, they're just average, and you got the skinny guy who's usually the fastest, and like he shoots the best or something like that. But if like the skinny guy, if the fat guy runs at the skinny guy, your dude is like knocked out. That's it. That's all the hockey strategy is. This to the skinny guy. That's what's weird. You see how my dude's already like falling over? You're controlling keeper and you're controlling third dude at the same time. And so when they start coming over, if you want to get the puck, you want to stop them, obviously, but you're also shifting the guy. I used to love playing this game just because it was fun arcade. Good thing about the fact that they did icing. Give me a pick on the poppers for a second. Whoops. Oh my gosh, there's so many bodies right there. I hit the wrong button. Shit. Finally. Good attempt on me. I'll give myself some credit. I was trying to get my guy in front of the block and quick intercepted. I like how I knew I was jacked up the second I went up. And it's right there in the game straight up. this game. And again, I was like, what's the name of the hockey game on Nintendo? And the reason people would say Blades of Steel is because Blades of Steel looks similar to me. But it's a different game, it's a different pace. Blades of Steel is closer to, I mean, it's Konami, but it's a lot closer to like Double Dribble. I wish they had a Nintendo.
Blades of Steel.
That would be cool.
Blades of Steel.
Hello. This looks a lot like ice hockey to me, but it's just like if ice hockey, maybe like an ice hockey too, but they don't have the same, like everybody in this game, as far as I know, they all have the same stats, so it doesn't matter what team you pick. Clearly there's no switching who's where. The speed of this too, how much faster this feels than other games. Amazing. Like a new laser or something today, so stuff up here cut off. This and this.
Face off. Face off.
Using Nintendo button controls. What? So A is pass, B is shoot. Right button's pass, bottom button shoot. Man. It's just like the goalie in this game. So in the last game I played, they would slide up and down, but they had like a wider hitbox. So their hitbox was the size of them. But in this game, it's like where you're actually standing at. Buttons pass, right button shoot. Some Mighty Ducks action going on over here. Everybody offset at the same time. Jeez. What a shot. Oh, what happened? Why did that pass backwards? Damn. I'm having bad luck with hockey.
Face off.
Okay, I remember now. Alright, I get it. So the little arrow that's over there, that's where the puck is going to be shot at. It doesn't matter where you're at. That's just where you're shooting it from, wherever anywhere. I don't have any control over that in this game. So if you're coming from like the bottom and you shoot up, like you might want to wait a second. But I guess it lets the person that's playing the goalie, like right now, like it lets me know like, alright, this is where we're gonna be. I think what I was trying to do, I thought that was like just a, I don't know, just a general idea. I don't know, just didn't seem to make sense now. your opportunity right there, my guy. Now you're laying down on the ground. Get it. Get it. No. What's that? Oh, time to get over there. Dang it. Dang it. I have one more shot. Gone.
Face off.
I keep winning the face-offs, but it doesn't do me any good if I can't, like... I'm just gonna have to just shoot whenever I get a damn goal, because... Clearly, terrible.
Fight.
Oh man, right in space. Right in space. Okay, what's going on here? Oh, fire weather. It's just dry. It's hot and dry, I guess. There's also, it's been super windy here lately.
Face off.
Ooh, that would have been good. If it was something. Come on, guy. Oh, look at that block. Look at that block with the skates. Why did they pass backwards? Yeah. Oh man, I remember playing this game too, and I was like, oh, so there's one that has fighting, and one of them that's fun. And to me, ice hockey was way more fun when I was little. But this isn't bad. This isn't bad. The arcade version is weird. It's like this, the arcade version of this, and Double Dribble. Actually, I'd say like a lot of Konami arcade games are like. I prefer the Nintendo versions. Shoot. What's happening? Ah, go get it. Dang it. Can't leave the box. That's what she said. Oh, yesterday was the fire weather thing. Okay. Oh, it makes sense. It was super windy like Friday night and most of the day Saturday.
Face off.
Oh, that could have been something, man. Could have been something. Could have been a contender. Oh! What's happening? What's happening? I can't see where my goalie is. Stop it. This is why I get scared, man. It's too intense. When it shifts like that, you don't know where you're gonna be like at. Oh my gosh, it bounced off their guy and went in the goal, I think. High game. I think it bounced off one of their guys' skates and just like rolled straight in. If it didn't do that, I think I probably would have missed the shot. I think it would have just been out.
Face off.
Get it? Oh, it happened again! Oh man. Like, it was supposed to go in the goal, but it wasn't going to get there, but the dude was in the right spot. That's messed up. Watching soccer matches, football matches where somebody gets an own goal and you can see how like upset they are when it happens it's so good. What? Oh, you be cheap. No cheapies. No cheapies. There is some weird Street Fighter film. I remember James was talking about it where it was like posted because it was like an online, or it was like a local thing, but it might have been like post-COVID, and it was like a list of the rules, and I think the guy said no cheapies. And you're like, what is that? So they were like, if you're in this fighting game tournament, what was the Street Fighter 2 The Lone Warriors? Like, oh, you can't throw. And there's something else that you couldn't do. It was like, oh, you can't do like certain special moves because they're cheap. I was like, what? No cheapies.
Face off.
Oh no. See, that was a legitimate goal. All the other ones so far have been like BS goals. Like, it hits the bottom of his skate, or like I guess it hits his puck or whatever. He's on the stick and it just goes in. So that was an actual goal. All right. I can do this. I wish I could pass it to the guy on the bottom, but it always goes up. See, I'm trying to pass it to certain people, but it just doesn't happen. Nice. You don't have cheerleaders, right? That's cool. Did they do a little Galaga thing? Or Gradius? Whack. I can't now. I could have done it when I was in Tampa. I don't have the opportunity. I think Atlanta might have like a one of those like feeder leagues, like a minor league. You know, the ones that I feel like any sort of minor league sports, like people are out here like literally, you know, trying to be good and have to go to the pros. But it's all about like, hey, we have cheap beer. Like, you can get like a pint of beer for like $1, which is like, wait, what? It doesn't even make any money. It doesn't make any sense. But they're just trying to get people to go out there and have a good time, I guess, to support the team. I guess I'm also assuming, you know, if you have like cheap beer and then people go to the event, they might charge regular price for like, say, like hot dogs or like popcorn or something. So
Face off.
it's mine. Nope, it's not mine. Oh, shit. Got me with the cheapie. Oh no! I'm pulling like an NBA Jam over here. All of a sudden, everybody's really aggressive. Acknowledge me. Okay. I will probably be here. I'll be here off and on all day, I think.
Face off.
Ah, damn it. Oh my gosh. That dude knocked me over the second I released the shot. I was thinking I headbutted it into the thing. Look at this. This is a much better score. Much more appropriate.
Face off.
Oh, they got it. My man's just gonna go for it, just taking shots. Didn't even try. They could have slid down, could have done anything, they didn't even try. There's this super cool arcade game called like Hat Trick, which is this kind of game, but it's like 2-on-2. So you have the keeper, the goalie, and you're also playing with like one skater. But they're like represented by paddles or something. I think they did one for like soccer also. It's super cool because it's just like it makes everything really tense. Like the second the other person has the puck, you're just like instantly I gotta go on defense defense mode, but I can't go like I can't fully use the player. Wow. It's back to me, man. That's how bad things happen. See, that's how bad things happen, man. You can't get the puck away from me. You passed it right back to me. Me passed it to me. Don't do that, man. You said me referring to me. The correct answer is only you.
Face off.
The trick is, when you get the puck. Oh, so many bodies. When you get the puck, you just shoot. Not shoot, but you you get it away, and then you pass, and then you can shoot whenever. Like it's too hard knowing who you're gonna pass it to. I wish they had some sort of indicator. It would make it so much easier. Pee-wee is stretched out on my bed on his back with his head on my pillow. It looks so comfortable right now. Every now and then, when I look at him, he's like sleeping. It looks like he's smiling too.
Face off.
This dog is living the life.
Fight.
This time it's a power play. Alright, sweet, we're good. Doesn't matter. Can't stop me. Cannot stop me. Oh, you stopped me. Damn it. Thought I had a good angle there. What? Oh, it's up. Okay.
Blades of steel.
Games don't have cool looking titles like this anymore. Like you see how they have like all the bottom letters are all like blades? That looks really cool. Man. 5 out of, can I give it like a 6? It was so good. So good. It has fighting. Is this Ocean? Titus. Bomberman. Drackler. Bucky O'Hare. Let's give this a shot. You know what? Let me They're absolutely achievements for Bucky O'Hare. Don't tell me that. You know that's a damn lie. Alright, let me make this invisible for a second. Hold on. We'll put the BRB screen up. Yep. All right, so I'm gonna switch it over to desktop mode. I'm gonna get this whole retro achievements thing set up. I'll be right back. Just so you can see what's going on, I'm doing this right now. I'm scanning for games with achievements. I'll be right back. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. So I'm here, right? I did all of that. I'm going to I want to mess with this emulator thingy real quick. Let's see. Where is RetroArch? PCS. There's always a damn update for that thing, but I need to fix this. Okay, BRB. Actually, no, I'll just leave this up so you guys can see what I'm doing because people ask me all the time, like, how do you do this and this and this? This is how you do this and this and this. That's stupid. All right, so if you're using RetroArch, right, and you want to get like another core, like say if you want to play like whatever, Nintendo, Sega Genesis, whatever. So what you would do is you go, this is the main menu. You go to the main menu, you go to Online Updater, Core Downloader. It's gonna pull up a list. So all of these here are different cores. They're listed by what they are. Arcade is a pain in the ass. Well, man, if arcade was easier, this would make this whole experience so much better. I'm using the standalone one because the one that's on Steam, it works. The one that's on Steam, if you just want to like mess around with like basic, like the consoles everybody touches, maybe up to like PS1 and Saturn, they're all on there. But if you want to play like weird stuff, like some of the stuff I have, like some Amiga stuff doesn't seem to work. I don't think they have. I know they don't have this Doom thing, which you don't really need because if you're playing on like a Steam Deck or whatever, you'll probably have Doom on Steam, so it's kind of redundant to have it in both places. But I do like playing, old Doom, um, like the original release. Jump and bump. Looking for. I got the Odyssey too. I don't have any of the games on here. I could dump all those. I could put all these on here. The Intellivision, MSX, Megaduck. So see, what's weird is that this doesn't get picked up. These right here should be getting picked up by um Big Box. I have most of the cores downloaded. What am I missing? Quake stuff. Don't need that. Rick Dangerous is neat. RPG. You don't have RPG Maker in here. RPG Maker, when you get that set up on something, is really cool because it doesn't even make any sense. I love it though. I got games for this. Okay, we're good. So we will. I gotta hide this for a second. Hold on. I want to make sure it's signing over here too. Retro achievements. So I would show you the screen, but the problem is it doesn't filter it. I think it was this one. I think I had an issue because it was a case thing. So I'm going to go ahead and save my configuration file. Let me go ahead and switch this back over to me so you can see me. Hi, it's me. Save current configuration. If it says that right there, it's saved to the base profile. If you ever load a core and you save, it's gonna, instead of saying like save to RetroArch or whatever, like let's just say I go in here and load core. Let's go with Stella. So now we have Stella loaded. It says it in the bottom left corner. I'm gonna point to it. it says right over here, Stella is loaded. So if Stella is loaded, if I go in here and I want to say if I save my settings, where is it? Over here, configuration. If you go in here and a lot of times it switches and only saves to that core specifically. So just make sure you pay attention to that. But yeah, that's how you get cores. So now this is set up. This is good. So I'm using the big box here. So what I need to do is for this section here, I don't know why it's how do I fucking move you up into here? Why are you not listening to consoles? Why are you being difficult? I think PlayStation's under here too. Yeah, you see how PlayStation's under here, but TurboGrafx isn't? Hmm. It's very weird. There is a spot in here somewhere, or it might not be in here. It might be under what's it called? Let's see. Let's back out of this. Shoot. I remember this issue. This is a problem I had before too, where I had opened something and I couldn't get it to close. There we go. Okay, so now that's out of the way. I'm gonna go up here. It's import, ROMs, single platform. Hopefully this drops under consoles now. We'll go and add folder. What I'm doing right now is I'm going to add the folder that's got all my TurboGrafx games in it. I think it's under here. Let's see. Maybe not. I did it. Sweet, I put it in here. Okay, so we'll go here. This is my SD card. We got ROMs. I have it listed under, I think it's NEC TurboGrafx, or maybe it's just TG16. We're gonna select. Hmm. 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 Let me check out this folders in Windows. Let's go see what's in there. So we got emulation, ROMs. This is when the touchscreen thing is like useful. Using the touchscreen, the little tiny touchpad is okay. The one that's on the Steam Deck is so much better because it's so much bigger. Are these zips? No. So we'll go in this folder here. We'll add all of these here. Just want to make sure I have. We got Afterburner, Alien Crush. Let's check the other folders to see. This one can kick rocks. That's fine. I don't need that. This makes it more confusing. So I'll go in here. I want to make sure that's good. Okay, cool. All right, so we're going to go back over to here. Import ROM files. I'm going to go in this folder because this is the one I just set up. So you got this, PCE merge. So all these files in here are extracted. So I'm going to go ahead and select folder. Hopefully, it detects it. It's going to say, what are you importing games for? Oh, this is probably what went wrong before. Let me just scroll like halfway down the list. Look at that. Perfect. TurboGrafx. So it gives you options of how you want to leave the files. So what I usually do, it'll say copy the files into my Launchbox Games folder. I don't do that because I'm assuming what happens is like, say if you have Nintendo games, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, it won't concern you. But when you start talking like PlayStation, Saturn, Dreamcast, or the games are bigger. So I'm assuming if you do this option right here, it's probably going to copy the files from where they're at and then put them in the RetroArch folder, which means that all your ROMs will be in RetroArch. But it's gonna take up twice as much space because it's moving the files from one spot to another. So I usually you can move them into there, but I usually just leave it where it is because I like the way my folders are organized. So I'm gonna leave them there. We'll do this. This. I don't have any movies. I think I do. Um, this is fine. Combine ROMs with matching titles into one single game. This is good. This is good. You want to have this checked because if you have games that are like NBA Jam version 1, version 2, version 3, whatever, it'll condense them all and just say NBA Jam. And if you like, it'll go with the default version. And then if you like right click it, it'll give you different options or something. Or it'll ask you if you want to like use another version. Which is cool for a game like, say, Mortal Kombat because they changed the fatalities from like the base version to version 3.7 or whatever, 3.17 or whatever the hell they had. 3.29. I'm looking at the date. All right, so we're going to import these. Should be fine. Pigs and wolf. So I'm hoping it detects the files that are already in the folder and just leaves those there. We'll see though. This is importing the games, which is fine. But I'm looking. Oh, it might actually have to download a bunch of files. I'm not sure. The problem I had before is that, as you can see, like PlayStation's out here. I want that to be listed under consoles. So I'm hoping when this thing is done, it'll show up in here under like TurboGrafx or whatever. Yeah, it's up here. So when I go in here, okay, yeah, it's got to download the files because it didn't have any pictures before. So I like having the artwork. Having the artwork, the whole reason I use VigBox is because I want to see the artwork and it's a lot easier to navigate with a controller. It's all hooked up to Steam, but otherwise I'd have to go through RetroArch, which is fine. I don't mind doing it. That's how I used to use separate emulators, and then I realized RetroArch is like, oh, it's got everything in there, but nothing's great. Nothing's like the most current version, but RetroArch is cool. It's a cool interface. But Big Box to me is like better because it usually gets more pictures. Sometimes it gets the instruction manuals. It might get like some, if you have it set up, it'll get trailers and stuff too. So, yep. But we'll wait for this. This is the whole process for setting up like emulators in this thing. Somebody's gonna ask me on like one of my MUVR videos, like, how do you set up RetroArch? I should just refer them to this. Like, hey, check this out. Check out the 1 hour and 30 minutes into this stream, and then delete the stream and not respond to anybody's questions ever again. I was gonna put Skate on here. What the hell? Whatever. Whatever game. Whatever, dude. It says it's done. Alright, so we'll go. This is my retro score. This is the score I have for retro achievements. Retro achievements, like, dude, achievements make things so cool in a way where, like, what happens is, like, when achievements were new, I was like, who cares about achievements? Achievements are dumb. Still kind of feel that way. But at the same time, there are certain achievements in certain games that will make you play the game in a completely different way. And I think that's really, really, really cool. Really cool. There we go. My speed is the end of March, but it's like 44 degrees, so it says my room's like 63, 60. Alright, so TurboGrafx, let's see if we got anything. Oh, we got something. We got some stuff. 1941 counterattack. 1943 Kai. Yeah, look at that. Let's see how this plays on this. I've never played this version before. Hopefully it loads. Probably won't. Probably gonna set the damn image. I think that was also what I was before. Understood. Game cannot be ready. I love this game sound. This works. Push pinball. I was trying to figure out what they were doing. It's like, how did they work that out? I think they just edited out the nipples because, like, where the D is, there should definitely be one there, right? Oh well. This is like the weirdest version of Batman. Like, you got the Nintendo Batman, which is incredible. Game Boy Batman is really cool too. But then there's this, which is like a maze game, like a Pac-Man type thing. It's so weird. I didn't know this what this was. I was messing around. I was using Launchbox like a couple of years ago, and I was like, wait, what is this? I loaded it up. I was like, this is definitely not what I was expecting from Batman. That might not work. My hue card must be dusty. That's fine. this. What? Yeah, you know the game. You remember the part when you get to stage 3? It was that really tough maze. How did you beat that? For men. What is this song? This is the thing you can use the Here. Gotham City 5. couldn't save. There were no quick saves. Dingus. It's a super weird game, especially when you play the Nintendo one where like that Nintendo one feels like you're playing a Batman game. This feels like you're playing like just a regular Maze game with Batman and Gotham stuff. Let's just say that enough times to just make something super weird, super annoying. Game over, man. Game over. All right, all right. I meant to go downstairs to get something before, but I didn't even make it. So hold on. Let's back out. Let's go here. All right, BRB. Almost back. My bad. Alrighty, then we're here. Let's see. What did I do? What have I done? What have I set up? River Raid. Will Wright's River Raid. I think he worked in the game. I'm not sure. If somebody worked in the game, it was like the deal with this game is that the game. I think this is this one. Maybe it was something else. But they said that they made this game, and maybe it wasn't this. I think it was. Either way, it was like they made the game, and they had so much fun making the world where they ended up just building the world builder into its own thing. I think that turned into SimCity later on. Man, I was almost there. River Raid. That's the appeal of Atari games to me, is like you pick up an Atari game and you play it, and that's it. That's all the game is. It's super self-explanatory. There's no tutorial. You literally hit start, going. And you gotta react instantly. If you don't, check this out. Shoot. Okay, we're good. Okay, we'll switch. Oh, 2 sticks toggle between color modes. Okay, cool. So if you're sitting there, you're like, oh, how do I play this game? You hit start. Oh, I blew up. So then you have to realize, like, oh, I just gotta dodge stuff. Man, trying to set myself up. Wow, couldn't move. Whatever. Anyway, that's that game. The game is cool. River Raid is one of those. It's a better game on Atari. There are a lot of the thing with Atari is that there are so many games that are goodish, like they hold up to me. But the problem is like if you ever get an Atari collection, most of the time the games that are good are games from Activision, and like they're not on the Atari collection, so it doesn't do you any good. You're like, I want to play Pitfall. Like that's not an Atari game. That's an Activision game on Atari. Wow, this looks just like G.I. Joe, the cartoon. Your 10-meter hurdles, discus throw, long jump, pole vault, shot put, javelin, and you got the different runs and the high jump. Use joystick controller. Let's give it a shot. So I remember going to this LAN party, and I, my thing with LAN parties is I would be there. I get invited, but my problem is like the games I wanted to play at the time was like StarCraft, Counter Strike. Maybe somebody wants to try to play Battlefield 1942, maybe Battlefield 2 if they're lucky. I couldn't get anyone to play Unreal Tournament or Quake. It was always just those games right there. Warcraft 3, with all the use map setting stuff, like Defense of the Ancients, which became Dota, stuff like that. So I would get tired of it. So what I would do is when there's downtime when we're trying to switch games, get everybody hooked up to the network again, like maybe 2 other people show up and trying to get everybody set up so they can see each other. I would start loading up ROMs, and I remember one of the LAN parties I was at, I had loaded up like Track and Field or something like that, and I didn't have any drinks, but everybody else had been drinking just casually off and on all night. And when I hooked up Track and Field, someone's like, "What are you doing over there?" Because they could hear me like mashing the joystick. I'm like, "Oh, I'm playing this game." Like, what's that? And I'm like, "Oh, it's just it's whatever. Like, all you do is mash buttons." I'm like, "Yeah." So what ended up happening is because everybody was drunk. It ended up like stopping the LAN party for like 2 hours, where everybody was trying to like beat each other's records in the game. It was super cool. What are you getting to? Okay. 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 Same thing. I think when this stops, it just stops cold. I do the angle in this game. See, this works so much better when you get to like the Nintendo and you have an actual like fault. Okay, when you have an actual you can just tap A and B or whatever. 12. So now I have to sit here and hold it like this, and yeah, that's no fun. Okay. Oh, I cleared it. Amazing. Nice. Cleared it again. Do it again. Oh, oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. On a roll, man. Uh, yeah, that didn't work out for me. Oh, come on. All right, third attempt. Third one's the charm. This is the one. 120 meters. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Oh, oh, look at that. Perfect. 2. We're at 2.0, right? I had slipped where the stick was and failed. I get to go again? Sweet. Yes. 2. All right. 2.2. Oh my goodness. So close. Oh, I counted this a fault. I think the top of my head hit the thing. It's funny because this game doesn't give you the satisfaction of seeing them get knocked over. You're just like, nope, you just went straight through it. Ah, ran into it. I'm not doing that. I'm good. 400 meters is longer running with this analog stick. Like using the Atari joystick where you have like the full, you can just, you can do, it's a lot more fun. That's all I'm saying. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. For an Atari game like that, Alien. I don't think this is how the movie was. Oh man. Oh, this looks like don't bother calling for help. Remember, in space, no one can hear you scream. That right there looks like what is that game I like? I can't think of what the name of that game is. I think it's like a wizard or something like that. Hold on, let me go. I need to scroll up and find this thing. I think it's on Atari. X-Man. Oh. Oh, you're a different type of mutant. You have a special power. Okay. Let's see. Wizard of War. This is the game. This game right here is so cool. I don't know how the Atari one is. Let's see. What's it got? Really? So the arcade version, this is a maze survival-y thingy, but the catch on the arcade version is that it's based on line of sight. So if there's a monster coming around the corner, you can't see it until you can actually see it. That's a gun. So like right now they'll show you. So I think at the bottom is also where the bad guys are. So have to kill all the Charizards. Too greedy, man. As you can see, I can't see them. They're not in my line of sight. They're That's it. Yeah, that game right there is super cool. Let's see what Aliens is. Because that looks like it's the same kind of thing. Alien, my bad. It's pretty much the exact same thing. I haven't seen the movie in a while. I'm pretty sure it's the actor. Breaking my balls. What was I supposed to do there? There's nowhere to go. Okay. Oh, come on. I was almost there. I don't know why I thought I'd be able to squeeze straight through right there. The fact you can only go up and down makes it so hard. Alright, well that's whatever that is. That's Alien. How did they figure? How did they figure that's what this is? Alright, well, it's a little bit over 2 hours. I'm gonna go ahead and take a break now. Yeah, I'll be back. I'll be here off and on throughout the day, I think. Not really sure what I'm gonna be playing, but that's the plan. Stream Atari Asteroids all day. This game is totally fine. Hold on, let me load this up real quick. So my problem with this game is that everything moves at the same speed. It misses the. Do you ever see the game on an actual vector monitor? It looks super cool. This one, you see how the asteroids are all kind of, they just do that. That's what they do. So the challenge Anyway, I will be back. Let's get this. That's 3. I just don't think it's all that great of a version of Asteroids, personally. It's alright. I mean, it gets the job done. You're playing it at home, but like, it's not great. But anyway. This game program contains additional versions for young children. What do you mean? What's wrong with the game? It's Asteroids. There's nothing wrong with this. Is there a manual? How strange. Whatever. Anyway, I will see you later. Peace.